Jack Smith's biggest case against Trump disappeared off the docket. We don't know what that means. It means that whatever the date was going to be, March 13th or whatever, where they try and get the lawyers to prep for that date's gone. This is a huge victory for Trump. I'm going to try and get through all of these articles so quick. So it's going to be a lot of information. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure that you subscribe as we pull Jack Smith's pants down in public. This is Doug in Exile. Here we go. We're going to start with Anna Paula Luna from Florida. This is her tweet. Within hours of my office sending a letter asking Jack Smith to produce information regarding his investigation, his case against Trump is removed from the docket. Jack Smith owes the American people and Congress answers. Now, part of the document was Anna Luna going that Ed Meese is questioning Jack Smith's appointment, saying it's not even legal to have appointed him given his standing, and that went to the Supreme Court. Very interesting. But here's the document that Anna Luna posted. All documents she's requesting, all documents and communications concerning your Jack Smith's authority to impanel a grand jury in the United States District Courts of the District of Columbia and the Southern District, Florida, for the Mar-a-Lago case. All documents and communications concerning your authority to offer immunity pursuant to 18 U.S.C. to individuals testifying before either grand jury. She knows that Jack Smith doesn't have this authority. All documents and communications concerning your authority to seek the return of an indictment from either grand jury, including to threaten the return of an indictment through a target letter. Number 4, all documents and communications concerning any oversight by the Department of Justice, DOJ, regarding any of these topics, specifically including but not limited to all documents and communications exchanged between your office and the department concerning your decision to return an indictment of President Trump. Gee, I wonder if Jack Smith is going to turn over all of his communications with Merrick Garland at the Department of Justice. Are you kidding? It would practically have their confession that they eat human beings. Here's Newsweek, why Jack Smith's trial date for Donald Trump case has been delayed. Let's look at why. Donald Trump's March 4th trial and election fraud charges has been dropped from the court calendar because Trump can't stop winning. In December, Judge Tanya Chutkan agreed to freeze the case while Trump appealed the indictment on presidential immunity grounds. Its removed from the court calendar signals that the case will likely not begin for several more months, pushing it closer to the presidential election in November, which is a huge win for Trump. The Washington, D.C. Court of Appeals is now considering the case, and it will likely go to the U.S. Supreme Court after that. So even if the appeals, if it gets through that, it goes to the Supremes. And they're not going to go for any of this Jack Smith hack garbage. They see what's coming. One legal professor told Newsweek that there is an odd silence from the Court of Appeals about its schedule in the Trump immunity case. Yeah, the Court of Appeals. It's like when you fart at the gym and you kind of look around and wonder if anyone heard you. And the delay is a big victory for Trump, who has been seeking to delay his criminal trials until after the election. Take the win, guys. He can't stop winning. Everyone's worried about this stuff. And I've been telling you guys, it's not so much that we shouldn't worry. It's that these things do not have a chance of going to trial. And even if they do, he has the Supreme Court backstop. We now have just so many lines of Fani Willis discredit herself, just shat her own pants in public. The only thing left is taking Trump's name off the ballot in Colorado and Maine. And we'll see if any of that sticks. That's the only thing that could possibly damage Trump. Even if he goes to jail, they can't stop him from winning. So he wins, or he wins, or he wins, or he wins. If sworn in as president in January 2025, Trump could appoint a favorable attorney general. Boy, please don't fall for Jeff Sessions again. I like Jeff Sessions, but man, you better have an agreement with the DOJ, your attorney general. Look, are you going to spring me or are you going to Glenn Barr me? What are you going to do? because I want a guy that's going to play ball. I want a guy on my team. I want a guy that's loyal. Don't give me this rule of law, caca. We're done with that. Favorite attorney general and have a federal case dropped. He could seek to pardon himself or could ask the Supreme Court to delay all criminal trials until after he has served his term. A jury was due to be chosen this month in the election fraud case, but all preparations were frozen after the Supreme Court refused to fast track the immunity case. So all of the Democrats' plan were based on fast tracking everything, going fast. And every time they met a reasonably mixed judge court that wasn't just all Democrats, it slowed down, because that's what our bureaucracy is supposed to be, a cooling sauce or something that slows things down so that we don't panic into things. And Democrats are like going, no, quick, panic. You have to decide right now. Can we take Trump's name off a ballot? Quick, emergency. We want to know about it in 48 hours so we can know if we can implement this across all states and change all of America and pack the Supreme Court and expand the number of states, expand the number of congressmen, and gerrymander all of you can just see them. They were frozen. The Supreme Court refused to fast track the immunity case, allowing a slower appeals process that has been to Trump's benefit. Slow and steady, slow wisdom is to Trump's benefit. On Thursday, a former federal prosecutor predicted that none of Trump's 4 criminal cases would reach trial before the election. Oh no. Oh, mercy. 4 criminal trial cases won't reach before the election. That's a good theory. I've said pretty much since day one, me too, and I'm a barely literate comic book artist, that I didn't think any of these cases would get to trial before November election. He wrote Thursday on X. There are 4 criminal cases pending against Trump, and the Dems/Biden are desperate to have one of them go to trial, given their locations. Convictions are almost certainly, regardless of the merits of the cases or their evidence. They don't care about the merits. They don't care about evidence. They're like, look, just go faster, guys. Come on. We need a corrupt government. Guys, this is a good sign that the government is not so corrupt. Forget how they will rule. The government isn't even corrupt enough to speed these things up for the Democrats. See, they can only go so far. We're not fully corrupt yet. It's like when you smell the rotten piece of meat, and it might just be one little section that was hanging out of the fridge and the rest of it might be preserved. So don't throw out the whole country. There might be only a little chunk of it, little piece of the bread. You know, you pick off the green and you eat the rest of it, especially when you're starving. Okay, federal prosecutor Jack Smith, who is overseeing 2 of the criminal cases, has repeatedly complained that Trump lawyers are trying to delay his federal cases until after the election. He can complain that they're trying to slow it down, and we can complain that he's trying to speed it up. We're all, why is the DOJ trying to speed it up so much before the election? Because they know Trump's going to get elected, guys. Whatever's going on at the ballot is not enough. Or I should say, it exposes them way more at the ballot level. So they're going, look, we can preemptively not have to launch that evil plan. If we can get these court things to work, it'll make us look better, look a little more fair. And then all that happens is Trump's polls go up and he gets more popular. The indictments include the federal election interference case in Washington, D.C. That was due to start on March 4th. While the case is on hold, Trump's lawyers have refused to open any files sent to them by Smith's office. Good. He doesn't have the authority. Screw him. Delay. Take as long as you want, guys. Good job. I approve. Including a proposed trial schedule and documents that they had requested. Yeah, good play. Way to burn Jack Smith. Use up his time. Slow it down, guys. Just drag your oar in the water when no one's looking. You're in back of the boat. You drag it down in the water. Slow. Smith has also indicted Trump in Florida for allegedly hoarding classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate. That case has been beset with delays caused by the handling of the documents at the center of the case. Yeah. These are government documents. They could have the nuclear codes on them. So they got to blacken everything out. They got to spread them around. They got to still protect them. It slows everything down. Man, the Democrats, even at their dumb dumbass lawsuit conspiracies are so bad at picking the right kinds of lawsuits. Doesn't work. It's not working. Trump was also indicted in Georgia for alleged interference in the 2020 election in the state. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis has said that with a start date in August, the trial will continue after November election and could continue after Inauguration Day in January 2025. And how's that going? So as we go down the laundry list, first, the J6 Washington, D.C. insurrection case. That one's getting delayed, according to Chutkin. We're not sure how long, but Mar-a-Lago, the document grabbing case, that's also being normally dragged out, not going well. Fani Willis, did Trump pick her? Did Trump pick her? The one who's going to blame racism and everything? Was it racism that made the Democrats choose Fani Willis, a criminal, to run the case? Who did that? A delay in the DC case means that Trump's first criminal trial will likely be over the alleged hush money payments to porn stars Stormy Daniels, Alvin Bragg. The dumbest. It's the National Enquirer guy. There's no prison sentence, by the way, for it at all. It's just for paying hush money, bad appropriating of whatever. It's going to cost him money. It's nothing is all they've got. Dorco ball of dough, Alvin Bragg, corrupt is all they've got left. So all of these major indictments against Trump are not going to work. The only reason they wanted them, it was not to break Trump financially. It was to stop him from being president. Because if he's president, guys, the S is up. It's over. We're cleaning house. Trump is going to go in and scoop out the rot. We're doing a root canal on America. This country needs an enema, and Trump is here with a tube and a bag of hot water. Newsweek, Jack Smith's Trump case removed from court docket, raises eyebrows. These are the good times, guys. Spread this thing around. You better subscribe, get on the team, because we're going all the way to Election Day, helping Trump get into office. I'm Doug in Exile. Never forget that.